That's what we're seeing. And the happiest person in the room tonight, Mike Jones in the building. Holy Jones. Jones is so angry that he
Jones
refuses.
looking like that California weather.
But do you know what this means for Jones, though?
Talk to me, King.
Saudi Arabia is going to put Ahmed Johnson in the Hall of Fame.
Yo, Hogan going over.
Wow.
They're going to request Yokozuna for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
God. Didn't they want
Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior?
Warrior
and
coming back,
Andre?
baby.
Hologram.
This is real shit. This is real life.
Oh, man.
All right, let's start pulling this shit up here. So, first, let's go over the breaking news real quick. This is literally just breaking right now.
Not confirmed, but, you know,
Not confirmed.
But everybody's breaking it.
But a lot of people are talking about it here. So, this is on Twitter. Sources. WWE has been sold to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. The company will go back to being private. Interesting.
Why is there applause for that?
Because, you know, good things can come with a private company rather than a publicly traded company.
No.
Good. I'm just trying to be positive here.
You're not having to please shareholders.
Yeah. You can literally do whatever the fuck you want at that point. Unknown if Vince McMahon will return to head of creative, but it is expected by some people. Now that I can't get behind. I can't get behind that. Jesus.
My guess, Triple H is gone quick.
I would expect, honestly, to see a Triple H resignation tweet within the next 3 days.
If this Saudi thing is true, 3 to 5 days.
Let me read the Stephanie tweet real quick. So this is what kind of set everything off, right? Would you say it was that tweet that kind of got the ball rolling here?
I think she knew something was up, and that's why she tweeted.
I think this was all planned ahead of time. Whether they all agree or not remains to be seen, or we'll probably never know. But Stephanie goes on Twitter 4 hours ago. Dear WWE Universe, about 8 months ago, and that's crazy. I thought it's only been 8 months. Vince McMahon retires. 8 months later, he's back as chairman. That's crazy.
It's like 6 months.
Yeah.
6.5, 7.
About 8 months ago, I took a leave of absence, and within a few weeks, unexpectedly had the opportunity of a lifetime. I had the privilege to return as co-CEO and chairwoman of the board of WWE. I cannot put into words how proud I am to have led what I consider to be the greatest company in the world, working alongside a remarkable leadership team and one of the strongest executives I have known in my co-CEO, Nick Khan. All right, here we go. Here we go with the bullshit. Our founder, Vince McMahon, has returned as executive chair and is leading an exciting process regarding strategic alternatives. And with Nick's leadership and Paul Triple H Levesque as Chief Content Officer, I am confident WWE is the perfect place to continue to provide unparalleled creative content and drive maximum value for shareholders. WWE is in a strong position that I've decided to return to my leave of absence and take it one step further with my official resignation. When I read that, I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
Resignation? Like you're gone. Steps out completely. She finishes it off by saying, I look forward to cheering on WWE from the other side of the business where I started when I was a little kid as a pure fan, which tells me, oh, you're completely disconnecting from this company, Hunter. You're a fan now, right? I truly love our company, our employees, our superstars, and our fans, and I am grateful to all of our partners. Thank you for everything. Then, now, forever together. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Forever. Anyway, that started everything. And then Vince McMahon responds to that pretty quickly, announcing that Nick Khan will officially be sole CEO of WWE. That's no surprise. Nick Khan has been the main guy right under Vince for a couple years now, Joey, right? Nick
Khan, well, that's what Nick Khan does. He gets brought in to furlough, clean the house out to get ready to sell.
Get the numbers looking good. Get the numbers, get the numbers up, the value up.
I've just thought about this. Like, Vince came back. Like, how long do you think he was planning this? Imagine Christmas dinner at the McMahons.
Bro.
Like, a couple weeks ago.
What's crazy is now that you when you look at everything right now and you go back, and this could have been the plan the whole time.
I can guarantee you the minute he left, minute they pushed him out, this ball was rolling.
He's like, oh, fuck you guys. Fuck you. Now, I think the Vince McMahon scandal is what sped this process up. You know, the news breaking of him with the girls and all that. He had to retire to not destroy the value of the company. And then at that point, he's like, you know what? It's time to sell this bitch. Time to sell this bitch. We got a lot of comments here. What's going on, people? Oh, my goodness gracious. This is wrestling news craziness. We got rest in peace, WWE. I'm seeing a lot of that. King J. Sean laughed my ass off. Ahmed in the Hall of Fame. Wow, the Saudis. I thought this too, WWE going back to TVMA. For some reason, when I saw that it's going private again, I was like, oh, MA?
But I wonder if the Saudis were the only company that were willing to go private with Vince. Or maybe like Universal could have went private.
No, those companies aren't going to go private.
I was thinking like, I really was rooting for NBC Universal to get WWE. Number one, because honestly, guys, I kind of like Peacock where it's at right now.
I wonder if it will stay or where will it go?
Yeah, I enjoy being able at the drop of a hat to go and check out an old pay-per-view or an old Raw. I've become accustomed to having that at my fingertips. I'm used to that now.
You're going to have a WrestleMania in Saudi. You're going to have a SummerSlam in Saudi.
Yeah, I was going to say. Enjoy the last two here in the States.
And the women's gear is forever long sleeves.
But I want to know this. I want to know, does Triple H stay? Or does he leave?
I think he's gone. Jones,
But
you've been quiet. You all right? Is he okay?
Am I all right? Why would I be all right?
Talk to me, King. What's up? What's wrong?
All right. I'm not going to cast judgment yet, but there's going to be a lot of drastic changes. Some things that people enjoy a lot will be gone, such as your honorary Us is no more. He is a Syrian. That's his
I didn't even
heritage.
think about that.
Why do you think he never goes over there for Crown Jewel?
Wow.
The women's division, even though some people hate it as is, it's going to be definitely in a very dark place. Owens will leave as well because Sammy's his guy.
Yeah, who are the superstars that refused to go to Saudi Arabia? It was Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
Weren't
there a couple more?
There are some, but some of them actually went this last trip that were against it before.
Okay. Will it make a difference, Jones, if that's their paycheck now? If that's their job now? Before, Saudi was an option.
No.
Money talks, man.
I have a counter to that.
There's money talks, but there's, man, with some of the stuff that Jones is talking about, man, there's a lot of principle behind it, bro.
I'm telling you right now. Go ahead, Joey.
I have a hunch on this.
Tell me.
Paul Heyman and Triple H find an investor and start their own wrestling
Bro,
company.
chill the fuck out. Man.
I would not be
I wouldn't bet against it.
Chill the fuck out. Hold on. We got a couple of super chats here. Let's read the first one here. This one is, we got $2 from Mark Brennan YouTube channel. All the infidels are cut. And holy shit, King J. Sean with a 20. With a 20.
King
Cheers
J.
to one of
Sean
the best
has a
damn
nice-
podcasts out here. Bro, Jay Sean.
Jay
just for
Sean
that.
has a nice YouTube channel, man.
Yeah, he does.
But check it out. If you all are interested in collecting wrestling belts or belt reviews, you know, we collect championship belts, wrestling titles. Check out his channel. King J. Sean, I think it's his name, right? Some dope reviews. And cheers to you, my friend. Thank you for the 20. This is chocolate mousse. Cheers. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, Jones. I didn't even think about the people
They
that
may not.
refuse to go there.
They may not start a new company, but you guys are along the right path. There are some companies that need some heavy
All Elite?
leadership.
Sami Zayn to AEW confirmed. Wait, Cena? Was Cena one of them, Jones?
Cena is very morally strong.
Mm.
Look at it this way. There's some smaller companies with the proper people in charge and some money. You're going to get some craziness. Look at MLW. Look at Impact. Yes, I'm the Impact guy, but I'm being serious right now.
Right.
If all these people, if there's an influx of people leaving, free agency's out the books.
Yeah.
AEW can't buy everybody. And somebody just mentioned something in the comments. Freddie Prinze Jr. was already looking to start his own company anyway.
He was.
So if he gets Triple H and Paul Heyman,
He was.
the sky's the limit.
And you know what's... Go ahead, Joey.
I was going to say, when Paul Heyman was running SmackDown back from 02 to 04 or whatever it was, him and Stephanie butted heads a lot. That's why he got removed.
Right.
But when Vince stepped away or whatever, Heyman and Stephanie have become really close, really tight.
Right.
And Triple H put Heyman as his right-hand man, basically. I could see those three, you know, like, yo, this is what happened. We're going. Watch this.
And it's a perfect marriage for Vince, right? So if the Saudis buy it, right, they're not going to be public because the Saudis aren't going to answer to nobody. And then you have Vince is going to be puppet master with the Saudis. And it's just a marriage that looks like it was 8 months in the making.
But, like, how long does
What up,
Vince
brother?
really have left? Like,
I mean, how old is Vince? I
he's
keep
like
forgetting how old this guy is.
77, maybe?
I mean, listen.
78?
Vince is getting towards the end of his life here, right? But granted, I'm going to say this. I didn't see Vince retiring when he did. And I sure as hell didn't see Vince selling when he supposedly did. You know, if this is all confirmed. But the fact that it was all this scandal stuff. And now, whoever leaked the scandals pretty much almost cost everyone a job at this point. Think about it. Because the scandals are what led to this.
The person that leaked the scandal left the board last week.
Yeah. Didn't 3 step down?
Yeah.
3 board members stepped down. It's rumored that those 3 board members were the ones involved in leaking the information about Vince and then leaking the information about his return. And now...
It's such a wild time and a telling thing, though, that your daughter just wants nothing to do with you that quickly.
Do you think that's Do you think that's the issue?
I think it is. I think, look at it, like, if she thought she could be there to help Paul, like, I think she would. But I think their plan is probably, Stephanie, walk away now.
Yeah.
Let the shit hit the fan. Triple H walks away.
I'll be right behind you. So good question here, Jones. What do you think of this? So do you guys think AEW will be the #1 show? Personally, not immediately.
Yeah, not for a while.
Here's what's going to happen.
There's a lot of buzz around WWE right now.
WWE is going to have way more viewership right now because people want to know what's happening.
They want to see
and
change.
Who's staying and who's leaving.
Yes.
However, once we see people leaving, that's going to be a telltale sign. So start paying attention closer to the Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania. Remember, right after WrestleMania is usually when people get fired, and
That's like what do they call that, Black Monday?
the hard
Like
reset.
coaches.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
hard reset.
You know what this reminds me of? The end of the middle of '99 WCW into 2000 with WWE.
Yeah.
Like it's like
This is actually interesting here. This is pretty funny. Now it makes sense why Jinder returned to NXT.
But I wonder how much the Saudis, like, if it's like, you know, all these reports, everybody's coming out leaking it. Dirt Sheet Radio came out.
Are there
and said
numbers out with it yet?
That's
Are
what
there
I want to
numbers?
know. Like,
They don't
Because
have
I made a
those
bet with
numbers.
Carmine, bro.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't care, like, what somebody says, you know, about this. You know, that, like, that was in the business, whatever.
Yeah.
Bullshit. WWE is not as profitable as UFC.
No.
The library is not as valuable as you think.
So I looked it up earlier. WWE for 2022 is going to gross somewhere right around $9.6 billion. So almost $1 billion.
Uh-huh.
Comparatively, if you look at AEW is going to net somewhere around 100 million.
Was it 100 million, I think?
Yeah. So
And what's crazy is this, right? And Matt Panetta brings up a good point here. How will the female and LGBTQ persons that stay be treated? Saudi Arabia don't give a shit.
I can't answer that question because I don't want to be stereotypical and say they're going to be shunned, treated like crap and stuff like that. However, the history is there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard not to look in that direction.
Look at this.
Could that be why like Sasha and them wasn't quick to want to come back? She went and did her own thing. Writings on the
Maybe they
wall.
heard some
I'm
shit.
going back. I'm going back further than that. I'm going back to this time last year. Shane McMahon. He got him out of there for a reason.
Mm.
Shane been around forever, so Shane knows.
Yeah. Well, you told me this, Joey. What's UFC? UFC was worth 10 billion, right?
10 billion,
And it sold for 4.
4 billion. Well, now it's worth 10 billion.
Now it's worth 10,
6 to 10 billion.
which is incredible. I
Well,
mean,
like-
see, to me, UFC is a growing company, right? This is just my perspective on it. UFC is an enormously growing company, an enormously profitable company. People are paying $60 to $70 a pay-per-view. There's no network. There's no Peacock for that. People are investing a lot of money into this organization. And it's ran well. The
I think they've. Their
WWE is not growing.
2021 UFC clipped $1 billion in revenue.
UFC
That's a
has
lot,
like
man.
25 to 26 consecutive sellout shows.
And they don't have a live weekly Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. They're just
But that's the thing. Their production value, they make more money, but their production value is way less.
yeah.
You know, there's not the pyrotechnics and the fucking stages and the house shows and all. So it's hard to compare to, honestly.
They got I am so sick of Vince McMahon. If he wants to destroy his company, go right ahead. I'll just stick with Japanese pro wrestling. How about that? Yo, you got a lot of people behind you with that, man. I have a lot of friends that are into New Japan. Now, Fight Pass, I know they have some, but you don't get the pay-per-views and stuff, right?
No, so it's on ESPN Plus.
Okay.
So you have to have an ESPN Plus subscription.
And how much is that?
That's $10 a month.
Holy shit.
But with Disney, the bundle, it's like $15 to $16.
All right, so they have a bundle. Okay.
But in order to order the UFC pay-per-view, you got to have an ESPN Plus subscription first.
So you have to pay because you have to purchase it through ESPN Plus?
Yep, that's the only.
And then how
place.
much is the pay-per-view?
How much is it?
ESPN raised the pay-per-view, I think, to $70 to $75.
Fuck that.
So you're
guess what?
$85.
But guess what? It's still
No, people buy
selling.
it. People buy it.
are buying it. Like,
See, what I was nervous about was WWE going that route, right? The ESPN Plus route, which, like I told you, everyone is so spoiled with the Peacock library and access to the network, right? How many of you in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat. Be real with me. Be real with me. Put a 1 in that chat if you'll pay $70 to $75 for a WWE pay-per-view.
Yo, pirating just went way up.
Like for real. You'll shell out $75 to watch Money in the Bank.
Never mind, I read it wrong. So ESPN raised it. It will start in January this year.
Okay.
Going from $74.99
We
to
got a 0 in the chat.
$74.99 to $79.99.
Fuck that. Chug says he would. I'm sure there are people that'll still pay it, and that's cool.
Pay-per-view used to be $59.99 2 years ago. ESPN is raising it up because they know people are going to buy it, and they're making money.
Well, Chug, here's the thing. I pay for the pay-per-views too for AEW, right? Because I really enjoy their events, and it's only for a year.
Every 3 months. That's how it used to be with WWF in the
that's the
late
attraction.
80s, 90s.
It's not one a month.
That's the other unfair thing to
more
compare.
affordable.
How many UFC pay-per-views is there a year versus WWE?
They have one a month, don't they?
I'll go.
I think they have one a month.
Who?
UFC.
UFC.
It may be one every other month. It may not be every month. Right
Yeah,
now.
I'll tell you how many pay-per-views there was.
I agree with you, Chug. I would do that for the WWE Big
for
Four.
December. I mean, for 2022. So we're going.
And now, guys, can I address the elephant in the room as well? Everyone, I mean, it's kind of corny to talk about now because basically WWE is done, sold. But there was also a quote from Tony Khan.
Hold on, there's 13 events.
13 pay-per-views in 2022 UFCs. Pay-per-views.
So basically almost, a little over one a month. Mm-hmm. And people pay. I mean, they sell pay-per-views, man.
But they sell really the fight nights too. That's the crazy thing.
When I read that Tony Khan was watching the sale of WWE very closely, I was praying to God he wouldn't buy it.
Well, maybe he was watching it because he knew it was going to some Saudis.
Can you imagine Tony Khan owning all of that wrestling product? Oh my God.
Can you imagine him hugging Roman?
Yeah, the press conference.
I acknowledge you, my tribal
Look at this,
chief.
bro. 400,000 buys for you. Holy shit. God.
Talking like a guy who's in the business.
That's crazy.
UFC's more profitable than WWE, man. People could keep talking about it.
Here's a serious question. Does Brock leave for good this time? We know he... Oh, my God. I didn't even think about that.
You got to remember, Brock's a Vince guy.
Yeah.
He's a Vince guy. He came back for Vince.
Right?
Remember when Vince announced he was stepping away at that talent meeting, Brock left the arena.
So
the Saudi money pool rock in for Royal Rumble,
what
just
I'm thinking
extra
is,
money.
Does Saudi...
No.
All right, do Saudi and Vince have an agreement? Do Saudi and Vince have an agreement? Vince stays involved because that was rumored that Vince stays involved with creative. Brock stays because of Vince. Vince has power to keep people.
No, not here's where I'm going to argue with everybody. If WrestleMania is going to be screwed. Rock can't do it because he's still fighting back and forth whether or not he wants to run for president. And he wants to get into politics.
That's right.
You cannot be associated with that right now.
Yeah.
No, you can't take that blood money.
Tony Khan just tweeted, "Holy shit."
Cena's in Hollywood right now. He doesn't want to be blacklisted. You have to be very careful with your associations right now.
I'm calling it right now. WrestleMania next year in Philly's canceled. It's in Saudi Arabia.
Yo, chill the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be in Philly, but it's gonna be Logan Paul versus fucking Roman Reigns again.
Hold on. Put that comment back up.
You guys in the chat, listen, real quick. You guys in the chat, are you still going to watch WWE? I honestly want to know. If Saudi Arabia takes over WWE, will you still be a fan? Will you still support it? I'm interested in what you guys think. Because Jones, what did you have to say?
Right now, I'm ready to pull out because if the people I really enjoy are going to be gone, there's no point in me watching it.
I'm gonna watch the train wreck.
I'm a WWE lifer. Like, I'm always going to love WWE. That's like my home, what you grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I have like 1 foot out the door.
Matsui.
Like,
Yo, look at it this way: we'll never get the Winged Eagle back again.
I'm calling it right now.
United States Championship?
Yo, the next belt they release is the Saudi Arabia signature belt.
Oh my God, dude. With the side plates. This is crazy, man.
Instead of the Intercontinental title, it's going to be the Saudi title.
This is crazy, dude.
Well, we have the European, so now you do the Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern's replacing the United States title.
All right. So we're saying with Triple H, Triple H is pretty much gone within the would you say the next week?
I say
WrestleMania.
I say under 30 days.
Yo, the dude Bigelow has a good point. Shawn Michaels could be done too.
The oil champion.
Triple H leaves. Shawn could leave too.
That 3D big gold ain't coming out.
But
You think Bray Wyatt's sitting there just like, fuck?
Oh my God.
It's
dude.
not just him. Think about
Karrion
everyone
Kross.
who just got re-signed.
Everybody.
SummerSlam till now, you're looking at people and like, is there an escape clause? Or is there going to be a new compete at this point, or can I just leave?
Now, Jones, you had that post about the complete clause.
It's not passed yet, so
It hasn't passed yet, right?
no.
So these non-competes are still in effect. All right.
Maybe. Like it may be an out clause since the company was sold.
Do you think Tony Khan,
it's
how much is he
rumored.
chomping at the bit right now, bro? How much is he chomping at the bit? Think about, all right, you're Tony Khan right now. You just saw that WWE has been sold to the Saudis. Do you know how much talent is going to want to leave? They're not going to want to travel there. Unless they produce the show in the United States. I don't know what they're going to do.
Jeff Jarrett's probably like, yo, Tony, can I leave to go back to WWE now that Vince is in charge?
Let's go. Can I get an applause for John? Everyone,
You know they're done.
give this man an applause. The Maximum Male models had so much promise. They really did. I loved it. I loved what they originally did.
LA
But then
Knight's going back to, who was it?
They brought the chick in and it, my God.
Tiffany Stratton's hot, okay.
Let me see. Vicente says, I would keep watching WWE even if it got bought by the Lifetime channel or Sci-Fi channel. I mean, we got diehards, bro. We got diehards. Jones, I don't know, man. I don't believe you.
I was on my way out anyway, though.
I don't think you can disconnect, though, completely. I don't think you can fully
can't I?
disconnect.
Because every year that goes by that they don't put Ahmed Jensen
You're a
in the Hall of
purist.
Fame.
You love
Yeah,
wrestling,
I'm a purist,
Jones.
so why would I be still lingering around
Because
here?
WWE is the biggest wrestling company in the world, and it will continue to
No,
be.
stop saying that. They're the biggest sports entertainment company in the world. They are not
Okay.
the biggest wrestling company in the world.
And your boy is there. Your favorite wrestler of all time is there.
He's also injured right now, so it's not like I'm really required to watch him.
By the way, Jones loves AJ Styles, guys. He's an AJ
Hogan's not
Styles.
coming back, bro.
All right, let's see what we got here. We got more news here. Anything else bumping with this? Anything else? Stephanie's gone. To catch you guys up, whoever's just joining, Stephanie McMahon stepped down a few hours ago. All right, she's out. She not only stepped down, but she resigned. She's gone. Vince McMahon named Nick Khan the CEO, sole CEO of WWE. Then, within hours, news is breaking. that WWE was sold to the Saudis. We have a tweet here from JD from NY. Here we go. Been waiting for this one. If WWE was indeed sold to the Saudi government, why would they need a board of directors? If they went private, they have no one to answer to but Vince McMahon. Vince made the one move to give himself ultimate power. It may be the darkest day in WWE history. Interesting take.
It's the only take.
Interesting take.
Here, I think this could have been a master plan by Vince all along for like the past couple years.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Saudis, you give us this amount of money and we'll bring WWE there. And when it's time to sell, I'll sell it to you. But you got to keep me in charge and we can go private. Like, it's all like, he's that much of an evil bastard that he would.
Oh, God, no, Panetta.
Oh, my God. What about those Legends contracts? Does Saudi keep them around? Those
Oh,
Legends,
yeah, because they're all going to be wrestling again. Fucking Ric Flair's going to be working 24 days a year now.
I'm with Jones about this with The Rock and Cena. They're both going to be like gone. Vince is probably going to call them up. They're like, yo, no, we're not doing nothing with you because of the deal with Saudi.
So Cena's one of those guys that's anti-Saudi, right? Cena,
The Rock.
The
Nobody's
Rock.
going to want to be associated with that.
Man. All I want to know is how many of y'all are watching SmackDown and Raw coming up now, right? I'm telling you, that was smart. Smart. Here's a comment here from Tanner. Cody ain't going to be champ at all now.
Hey,
Lol.
I'm telling you right now. I got my
Undertaker
prediction
return confirmed.
I got my prediction for the Rumble. Austin Theory's winning now that Vince
Oh
is
my
back.
God. What's up, Andrew? How are you? Does this mean Muhammad Hassan coming back?
I loved him. Hey, man, he was good. He was a good heel.
Ric Flair versus Hulk 35. Dude. Yeah. So a lot of unanswered questions right now. It's reported that the Saudis have purchased WWE. I don't know of the number yet. I haven't seen the number.
They're probably dumb enough to pay like $7 billion.
Can I be that guy?
Be that guy, man. This is an open floor.
If it goes to the Saudis, I just want to say rest in peace to Rhea Ripley's outfits.
That is true. That is true. That is true. It's a good point.
You'll
I
be
was just saying
missed.
that earlier. The women, they have to be fully clothed in Saudi Arabia, right? They have to long sleeves.
Yeah, they wear shirts and stuff.
They can't have they could be colored, different colors, right?
Yeah,
Last
but
I
she's
saw.
not going to be able to show them cakes.
Yeah, you can't do. Yeah, you have to be fully covered, bro. We're lucky to even have women's wrestling in Saudi Arabia. Remember when it started, Jones? They didn't even have women's matches. Was that true? Was it right? And then they
had what was?
I think they banned them at first.
To this day, I've only watched one Saudi show.
And they worked their way into, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, the women were not even allowed to wrestle at the Saudi events when they first started them. And then slowly they worked themselves into it, but they had to be fully clothed. And that's where we're at right now.
Yo, imagine Max Caster's rap tomorrow on AEW about Stephanie and the
God.
Saudis.
Yeah, Dynamite's going to be very interesting. We have Juan. He's a viewer of the show. I see Juan all the time. How you doing, man? LOL, I'm taking the wait and see approach. I think a lot of people are. Saudi money has bought up some soccer clubs in Europe, and it's been nothing but up for those clubs. But again, we have to wait and see what happens. That's an interesting take. Now, the Saudis can purchase. What about this way? The Saudis can purchase WWE and just have it ran the way it is. They just get all the money.
Yeah, but not with Vince in charge.
Well, no, I mean, but I'm just saying, like, not everything would be in Saudi Arabia. It remains in the U.S.
And how long does it take for a company to go from public to private?
I have no idea. This is out of my realm.
So you could be right on that because when the UFC sold to Endeavor, they did have some sheiks in Abu Dhabi own a part of percentage.
Okay.
You know, and UFC went to Abu Dhabi, for shows, which is amazing there. They did it during COVID, when the restrictions were happening.
They're still going to continue the Saudi shows, of course.
So,
that's a given.
They could have the Saudis just run it, like own it, but Vince still in charge.
Yep.
Because that's what I was thinking. Because when the Fertitas sold the UFC, they went to Dana and said, yo, Endeavor will not buy it unless you stay. And I figured that would have been the case with Triple H, like with like Universal or somebody. Like, yo, Vince, we're not going to buy it unless Triple H is in charge.
Yeah.
But with them going private, they could go back to Attitude Era, like TV MMA. But
yeah, some more adult content, some adult storylines. Listen, I'm rooting. Oh, by the way, shout out to sexfine.info. Thanks for joining. Hot photos of my sister. That's available to you guys. Fucking Jesus, these bots. I'm rooting for the success of WWE. Don't get it twisted. I don't want WWE to die. We're wrestling fans. We're pro wrestling fans. We don't want this shit to die.
Can you put up the one comment by Fro?
Am I speaking out of turn here?
I think I know that guy.
We got Fro.
Shit.
What up, Fro?
Yo,
say what up, Fro.
This is my old boss. No shit.
Am I speaking out of turn? Does anyone want this to fail?
No, I don't want it to fail, but there's Vince's ego, and we all know Vince's ego gave us the last 15 years of wrestling that none of us particularly care about.
Yeah.
And we thought we were getting away from it, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm back. So wait and see.
We got Matt Panetta with Zaddy. What's up, Zaddy?
Dude,
Kevin says the Saudi folks won't go for the LGBTQ stuff. Somebody commented that earlier.
I think Saudis will be the owners, but they'll be a silent owner.
You think there'll be hands-off owners?
Yes. I mean, think, like, hey,
maybe nothing will. What if nothing changes? Besides Vince being in charge and the product going to shit again. That's realistically what I think is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Vince will be in charge again. He'll get what he wants, full control of WWE, which he'll never be able to let go of. Okay, at this point, when Vince dies, then we got a problem.
That's the issue.
We got a major problem. 4 to 6 months. Thank you, Aaron. So it takes 4 to 6 months for a public company to go private. WWE stock increased from $70 to $90 a share within this week. Something big is definitely brewing behind the scenes. And the reason why everyone's saying, because Vince came back. No, it's not just because Vince came back. It's because since Vince came back, people knew it was selling. That's why the stock went up. It's not because Vince McMahon came back. Oh, everything's going to be great again. Everyone knew it was going to be shit, Let's see here. I want it to be The Rock versus Triple H.
Does that kind of pump your brakes though for? Does that kind of pump the brakes though for Rumble and like Mania excitement? Am I the only one?
I don't think anything changes as far as the trajectory of Rumble and WrestleMania. I think everything pretty much remains in place unless Vince McMahon.
Well, but there's nothing in place. They haven't announced the Rumble match yet, have they?
Well, I mean, behind the scenes, they probably have everything kind of squared away. They know where they want to go with WrestleMania at this point because the Rumble is what is the jump-off point of where WrestleMania is going to go. And everyone noticed, Jordan said they're giving too many breadcrumbs here. I thought that was funny. The Royal Rumble poster, all that electricity. When you call it electricity, lightning, I call it electricity. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock. With that poster, it pretty much almost confirms that The Rock will be a part of this WrestleMania season.
But it could also be a letdown.
Which I also believe is why WrestleMania, believe it or not, guys, WrestleMania sold out both nights. Already. It's sold out. When's the last time a WrestleMania of this size sold out so quickly. The last, I'd say, decade of WrestleMania struggled to sell out, especially when they went to 2 nights. With Vince at the helm, ticket sales were down.
I think
Interest was dropping.
because the rumor of The Rock and Roman in Hollywood.
It's a big deal.
But when it doesn't happen,
I agree. They got to bring The Rock. I have a feeling that's the whole push of this WrestleMania season. It's The Rock.
it's going to be very telling to see if Triple H leaves in the next month or so.
Kevin says, don't think it leaves the U.S. Vince still runs. They're an investment group. They are not in business to run the company. In my opinion, it's an investment. I agree. I agree with Kevin here. I think that is the point. They just want to make the money off the company. They let Vince run it the way he's ran it. They trust Vince. They are close with Vince, of course, with all the Saudi shows going on. I don't expect to see a lot of changes in the instant future. I don't think we're going to see a lot happening. Interest is going to grow with this news dropping. Don't get it twisted. Everyone's going to keep a close eye on what's going on Raw, on SmackDown. Royal Rumble coming up. When's Royal Rumble? It's very soon.
28th.
28th of this month is the Royal Rumble. And then WrestleMania is in April. By the way, guys, we will be at WrestleCon this WrestleMania season. We'll be there. As it gets closer, we'll give you the information. I will be there with Virgil, my good old friend Virgil, and I'm going to be there with a lot of the legends that we've grown to love and have memories with. These legends will be there at WrestleCon. I always enjoy the WrestleCons during WrestleMania season because they all come out to play. All the legends make it out there. It's WrestleMania. It's the Super Bowl of wrestling.
It's going to be called the Saudi Con.
The Saudi Mania. But I don't see a lot of changes happening immediately. I think it's going to take some time. It's definitely going to take some time.
The only reason that's the only way to go private is to sell to Saudi.
Yeah.
He had this master plan.
Vince knew what the fuck he was doing. From the point from when he retired, he had a master plan. This is an evil bastard. This is one evil motherfucker. Vince McMahon is the devil. He is the devil. But we can't forget that he gave us what we love today. We'll always remember Vince for that. So at one point I say thank you, Vince. And then I say fuck off, Vince.
Yeah, but so, okay. He gave you this great shiny toy. Beautiful toy that gave us a lot of memories.
Lots of memories.
But then backed his car over it.
He said, fuck y'all. Oh, man. He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. And then he didn't puke. What was that documentary?
Oh, Beyond the Mat.
Beyond the Mat. One of the best documentaries of all time. One of the best ones. And
Wrestling
with Shadows.
Territories are never going to come back like they used to.
Yeah.
That's a foolish pipe dream.
Somebody just put on Twitter, AEW's women's division is all elite, and it shows a picture of Paige, Charlotte, and Becky.
Beyond the Mat was fantastic. I mean, as a wrestling fan, it's a lot to take in. As a wrestling fan, you become concerned with what happens to, let's be honest here, the company that gave us most of our childhood. The future of it right now, from our perspective, isn't looking too good. It is very concerning. But we should put all this aside for now and let's enjoy WrestleMania season.
So, I found something. Fightful just reported this, that a lot of people in WWE they're confused by what's going on.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
And I guess when Stephanie was speaking to the talent, she admitted that there's naturally some animosity before correcting the term to angst.
Yo, Twitter's wild. I literally just opened up my Twitter.
What's it saying?
And the top tweet, then, now, forever, Ali Akbar.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Bro, chill.
Bro, what is the number? Any reports on the number at all?
I'm trying to see if there's a report.
Sean Ross Sapp can't get in contact with anybody in his connections to WWE right now. No one's answering their phone
No one's answering.
because it's a panic mode right now. And remember, nothing has legit been confirmed at this point.
Right.
This is all speculatory at this point. However, there's a lot of truth usually hidden in rumors.
I know this. Nick Khan is getting paid.
Oh, dude. Listen. Nick Khan was brought in to do one thing, and we said this earlier, Joey. Get the company ready to sell. Get this company ready to sell. Shine it up real nice. And get it ready to sell.
But remember we were talking about The Rock earlier, how The Rock will probably be out. Guess who is The Rock's childhood friend, who he grew up with?
Talk to me.
Nick Khan.
Nick Khan.
They're close.
Tanner believes the number has to be over $7 billion. I mean, with the Saudis paying for it, I'm sure they fucking overpriced that bitch.
Here's the thing that people
So
are
heavy.
ignoring. If the Saudis did buy it, I know who they outbid. And contrary to popular belief, it was not NBC Universal that was going to be buying them. It was going to be
Probably
Comcast.
Disney.
Comcast.
Yeah.
Well, that is
Comcast owns NBC Universal,
okay.
so it's the parent company or whatever.
I was rooting for NBC Universal. I was rooting for Comcast.
and Comcast had the most liquid cash that could have been offered.
Oh, Comcast. They're crazy.
You're going to have the thing.
Drowning in cash.
Then, now, together, inshallah.
Inshallah. I like that one. Let's see here. Nick Khan's supposed to get more than AEW gets in TV money.
It's going to be over 45 million. Or, well, probably
Fuck.
more than that.
Yeah, Andrew says me too for NBC Universal.
Yeah, we got to see what's going to happen with Peacock. Like, do you think NBC keeps WWE on Peacock?
I think, don't they should finish out that contract, don't they? They have to at least, they paid for it. We at least get Peacock for the next 2 to 3 years.
But they might have an early out clause for something like this
Bro.
because it can go against their code of conduct.
Seeing like Jones was saying, I love how Sami Zayn's trending now.
What's going on? Has he tweeted anything?
It
Has
hasn't
Sami
tweeted,
Zayn
but
said anything?
people are going nuts right now with
Zack
the Sami
Ryder,
Zayn shit.
Zack Ryder tweeted.
What'd he say?
He said anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. Yo, imagine if the Saudis fight with the World Wildlife Fund and you get WWE.
And they get WWF back. Yo. This whole thing was to get WWF back. Give us back our childhood. Listen, man, I don't give a fuck. Listen, as long as we have our library preserved, I would be sad that WWE fucking gets destroyed by this Saudi purchase, but don't destroy my library. Don't take away my Survivor Series 94. Don't take away my Royal Rumble 91 and 92. Please don't take it away. Don't take away our Attitude Era. That's all we got left, guys. This is it. This is it. This is all we got left.
I'm with you. I don't care if WWE folds tomorrow. Keep the library.
Keep the library. You know what I'm saying?
I've always had alternatives for my wrestling fixed anyway, so I'm fine. One way or
One's in the
You
chat
broke
if you're a
my-
WWF fan. One's in the
Motherfucker,
chat if you're a WWF fan.
I'm gonna end up like
I'll put a
fucking
fucking
Gianni
one
having
in
to
there.
collect DVDs.
One in
You
the
want
chat if you're a
some?
WWF fan.
You want some
100%.
VHS tapes too?
Yo, send me some VHS, bro.
Yo, one's in the chat if you're a WWF VHS fan. Coliseum Home Video fans, what up? This is wild.
I was at the Game Exchange and they had some.
This is
VHS
wild.
tapes.
I'm gonna have to start collecting.
This is crazy. AEW tomorrow night. That's going to be interesting. I think we're going to hear some zingers on AEW tomorrow night.
Listen.
Some innuendos. Because, you know, Tony Khan can't help himself. He's got to write some innuendos in the scripts.
I wonder if this is why the TV director left.
TV director for?
Do you notice how AEW has a new set, new look, and everything on TV?
Yeah. Yeah.
Former WWE guy.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the new AEW set, by the way? You like it?
The Titantron makes like people's entrances pop more.
Yeah.
The lighting is much better.
Yeah.
You feeling it? You guys feeling it in the chat? You feeling that AEW set, the new Dynamite set? I think it looks nice.
I miss the tunnels, but I don't mind it.
Yeah. I like the look. It's pretty.
They're still there. It looks like they just put a video screen in front of it.
You
They
can,
still come
I
out
mean,
from
listen,
separate sides.
I don't want. Okay. All right. We got Bull 159192. Just saw rumored 6.5 billion. Who knows if that's true? Holy shit. I predicted, Joey, what I predict? Under 4. Under 4 billion. 6.5 billion is absolutely outrageous.
Here's the thing. You were predicting as far as an American company buying it.
That is true.
So,
That is true.
different levels of money.
$6.5 billion. Yeah, I mean, let's just say, allegedly, 6.5 billion. Is WWE worth that?
Because you know,
Is even their library worth that?
I'm going to tell you this.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I
Go
was
ahead,
going to
Jordan.
say, just no American, no business or investment group in America was going to pay over $4 billion for WWE. So we had
Yeah.
to go overseas.
Overseas,
So-
that's smart.
WWE is worth exactly what somebody's willing to pay for it.
True.
At 6.5 billion, that's the mark.
The value is in the eye of the beholder.
How much money you think Vince gets out of that?
Oh my God.
Well, actually,
Oh my God.
I just thought about that.
We got ECW hardcore TV fans in here. What's up,
Peacock's
guys? How you
not-
doing? Do me a favor
Peacock's
while
not
you're all
international.
here. What's that?
Peacock isn't international. The WWE network is still active.
International,
outside
yeah.
the United-
While you're all are here, give us a like on the video if you don't mind. It helps us in the algorithm. Just hit like on YouTube and give us a subscribe if you're not subscribed to us. We're live every week. We're on the Hannibal YouTube channel. We're on the Pounding the Meat YouTube channel. We are the Pounding the Meat podcast, and we talk wrestling. We talk everything. But we're usually live on Thursdays. But with all this news breaking, we had to jump on and at least talk about it. Tanner says 6.5 billion is less than the net worth, I believe. Let me see. Patrick, are the libraries that WWE
Owned, probably.
owns in the sale? I would assume there's no news on the details of this purchase. There's no news on anything really. Everything is just reports. But I would assume if they're paying $6.5 billion, that archive is in there.
But you got to think, remember when WCW was being sold? Chris Jericho said like he tried to buy it. But without the TV deals, it's pennies
Yeah.
on the dollar.
Yeah. Let's see. Twitter's on fire right now. I say Twitter. Twitter's wet right now. Twitter. It's crazy right now. Let's see. Apparently, interesting. This is Hart's Horn Guy. Apparently, betting sites have stopped taking bets on who buys it. Jones, this is a question for all of us here. This is on Facebook from Adam Fellows. Is WWE done? Think about that. Is WWE done?
You want my answer right now?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Why is that? Speak, King. Speak your truth.
Whether this is true or not, I can't really make a judgment until I know that it's real, but I really don't care if they're done or not, because it's whatever. If I never get to go to a WrestleMania, oh well. I've been to other wrestling events. I have local companies that are and other entities moving into the Philadelphia area region, so I'm quite fine with my wrestling fix. And till I die, I will be a TNA Impact guy anyway. So
I respect you, Jones, for having the balls to admit that on a public platform, Jones. I respect
and a WrestleMania 3 Ahmed Johnson guy.
I respect you. Joey, is WWE done?
That's a good question. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like a 60-year-old in the 80s when Vince killed the territories.
That's so true.
I don't think it's done,
I don't think so.
but it's on its deathbed.
Ethan, is WWE done?
Short term, and when I mean short term, the next year or two, no.
Yeah.
Long term, I feel like you're standing on the railroad tracks with a train coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they get off the tracks, but you see it coming.
Adam, I don't think it's done. Not short term. I agree with Ethan on that. I don't think it's done. I think now you're going to get a boost in viewership. You're going to get a boost of interest because let's face it, tomorrow and within the next few days, WWE is going to be all over the place. This is big, big news. This is big news. And what makes it even bigger is that it's sold to the Saudis.
But
that's what's crazy.
Guess what? It has changed. Nobody's talking about Vince McMahon's sexual thing again.
110%.
And what you see what Vince did to his daughter, how she's like, yo, I'm stepping back and all this stuff. What Vince did to his own family, imagine what he'll do to anybody else.
Vince is an animal. Vince is an animal. I was thinking about this too, Aaron. Aaron says $50 says Vince is on TV tomorrow night. I would not be
Connor Walk.
shocked.
You mean Friday?
Or Friday.
Friday, yeah.
SmackDown or Raw. I would not be shocked.
Fucking do-rag and Connor Walk just...
Man, a lot of people in the chat here are really upset about this sale.
Friday night on SmackDown, Bloodline turns on Sami Zayn.
Oh
100%.
my God, they write him off TV
I can see it.
immediately.
And he's been the best thing that happened to Bloodline for a long time.
Can't wait until Hit Row hits the road. That's my man said, fuck all this shit. Hit Row needs to go. Hit Row needs to hit the road, bro. Fuck the Saudis. I'm worried about Hit Row.
Someone's gonna
That's a real fan right there. My man in it.
You're gonna see Uncle Howdy in the background, and someone's gonna light him on fire. And
I swear to God, Joey. I swear to God, on Friday with SmackDown, after the opening segment, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. Then you hear, no chance. Yo, everyone's gonna lose their shit.
Will it be a bigger pop than CM Punk's comeback?
It's gonna be, bro. If Vince McMahon comes out on Friday, that is the ultimate fuck you. Because we thought it was a fuck you when during the scandals he came out.
That's the thing is.
I just thought of this. Saudis say the Saudis the owners, okay?
Yeah.
What if they want wrestlers that Vince doesn't like? What if the Saudis like, yo, we want CM Punk? I'm just saying.
CM Punk would go for that Saudi money, bro. That's a greedy motherfucker.
But he's returned to AEW, so
We want CM Punk versus Yokozuna on Super Showdown.
Punk is staying in AEW. He's coming back.
Yeah. So in other news, CM Punk, there are reports that he has reached out to Tony Khan, and he's trying to not necessarily bury the hatchet, but smooth things over so they can do business.
He posted himself in the gym working out.
That is a very smart thing to do, not only for him, not for AEW, but for the fans. Do business. I don't give a fuck who talks about who. I don't give a shit if CM Punk is mad at this guy and this guy. I don't give a shit. You're grown-ass men. Handle it like men. And do business. You are so privileged to be in the predicament you're in the situation, to be able to love doing what you're doing and getting paid so well. Take that in, enjoy that. And for the people that pay money to watch you, reward them. Give them what they want. Don't let bullshit stop you from making great television, man.
Yeah, I mean, Jericho and a few other guys don't want Punk back, but I mean, do they draw interest like Punk
I could
does?
give two shits who wants Punk back and who doesn't in the locker room. I don't give a fuck. That's not my problem.
Do you want to make friends or do you want to make money?
I'm a viewer. I want entertainment. And if that means CM Punk coming back and starting some angles with, with the elite, that'd be fantastic. That'd be great TV.
Him showing up at the end of the pay-per-view after the Iron Man match that goes off at 4 a.m.
God. All this petty shit backstage, man. Let it the fuck go. You're grown-ass men making millions of dollars. Shut the fuck up and get to work, man.
It's egos, bro.
Now with AEW could be the main stomping ground now. I'm sure a lot of the talent, oh my God, can you imagine the talent in WWE right now? You thought they were walking on eggshells when Vince said he's coming back. Now the Saudis are your boss. Fuck, man.
Well, really.
How many calls are going to AEW right now?
Hopefully by Thursday we get some clarification on the number. I really want to know the number.
The most petty people are the richest. It's true, man. How many calls are going to AEW right now? Tony, got a spot there? Tony, get me in.
Yo, the rumor mill is going to be crazy the next few.
Peace and love comments. It was definitely a work. I don't think it was 100% a work. I think it was half and half. I think it started out as a shoot. I really did. I think CM Punk said what he had to say. He was high. Not high. Drugs. He was high on life at that moment. He had the adrenaline going. He's back there at the press conference and saying, I'm the champ. Fuck this shit. I'm the man. I'm just going to say what I want and just let everything out. They let everything calm down, and now I think they're trying to work it into the storyline now.
That's my issue with AEW. They do post-event press conferences like UFC.
Yeah.
You're not UFC. Don't do that.
If this happens, Fro, you're absolutely right. If this happens, I'll be super disappointed. Mm-hmm. Sami Zayn is one of the... this is the peak of his wrestling career. You are watching his peak. You're watching some of the best work he's doing in and out of the ring. And it would be a shame to let this purchase just stop this, because this is some of their best television right now. Sami Zayn is some of WWE's best television.
They're going to put like a little video package of say a little thing of Zayn talking to Owens backstage or something, like how he's trying to screw the bloodline.
Yeah.
And then they just...
Hearts Horn guy says maybe this is the conclusion of the Hornswoggle as Vince Son's storyline. We can only hope. Adam Fellows says, I was kind of wondering when they started having Crown Jewel and other pay-per-views overseas that WWE might be sold. I think they were, they were testing a little bit of a business relationship there. Let's see if we can get along. Let's see what kind of money we can make together. And no one's going to pay like the Saudis can. Jones and Ethan, Joey, you're all right here. We couldn't have predicted the number that the Saudis would have paid because we didn't. I mean, they were in the mix. There were reports that they were in the mix, but the focus was on Disney, NBC Universal, Endeavor, Amazon, Netflix. No, they can't afford it. Everyone pushed Netflix to the side, basically.
Saudis were the only people willing to go private.
The Saudis go private, and they'll pay the most. Oh, what do we got here, Jones? Talk to me.
MVP. Yeah, I'm definitely
all right, speak to me. Why is MVP gone? Give me the deets. Give me the scoop on this.
Here's the thing. MVP is said to be no longer a practicing Muslim, so he wouldn't be allowed in the country.
Wait, say that again?
He's no longer practices the Islamic faith.
Okay.
So once you stop doing that, you're usually shunned.
Oh. So if you practice the Islamic faith and then you stop.
And now he's an atheist, so.
Interesting. So you're shunned at that point.
Yeah.
Ooh. We're thinking this since they go private, hopefully Attitude Era returns. Not necessarily Attitude Era, but something more adult.
I still don't
something
get the hype
more for the adult
with less
fan.
movies.
I don't get
a little
the hype
bit more
for
mature.
Era.
I'm not saying go all out titties and ass, but something more mature.
You know what? Sitting here talking about this, contemplating, I want to give them a chance.
I'm giving them a chance
because it's private. So, maybe they'll be the silent partner. But I'm sorry. Like, what were we talking about for the past year on this show? Vince is so far behind on the product.
Yeah.
It's going to be back to what it was.
Well, that's if Vince has full creative control. There has not been any announcements of Triple H losing his spot. Now, we are predicting that within the next 3 days, Triple H will not be there anymore. And hopefully that is not true, because I think most of the people that watch WWE have been encouraged by Triple H's performance. Wouldn't you guys say that since Triple H has really controlled everything, WWE has gotten better, right? The shows have become better. The wrestling by far has gotten so much better. So it would be very unfortunate if Triple H was relieved of his duties. Vince McMahon, being the asshole and the egomaniac that he is, would not surprise me if he fired him or had him write a resignation letter. If Vince McMahon allows Triple H to resign or forces him basically, then I believe we start panicking. It's not the Saudi purchase. It's the Vince McMahon control that we should fear. That's it.
There might be something to Matt's comment there too, with Mandy Rose.
Let's put that up. Where's it at? Just click it for me. True. I mean, anything's possible. Yeah. GTC Collectibles. Shout out to GTC Collectibles. Vince is the product now, then, and forever. NWO minus, this is Snafu Snaps 3. NWO minus Hulk Hogan optics, world stage being set, CEOs worldwide selling, dipping out. Remember Linda McMahon, past government inside info. Truth, yo. Listen, man, whatever you are smoking, I want some. Because that hit and I got lost at the same time. But I get where you're going, Snafu. That's pretty much it, guys. That's the breaking news. That's That's what's on the table right now. We got a lot of people worried in the comments. This is going to kill the company. A lot of people worried about this shit. I'm going to say, I'm going to agree with a lot of you too. I'm going to take the wait and see approach. I'm not going to panic just yet. Justin Booth with a $5. Thank you, Justin. $5 super chat. If WWE would become a private company again, he would probably go to a TV 14 format. Listen, that is the only thing that excites me about this company going private is the opportunity to have some mature content. Because believe it or not, it's not just kids that watch WWE. It's us adults that fucking pay for this shit and enjoy taking our kids to these events. Greatest heel ever, Big Vinny. From top to canceled to top again, Big Vinny. 100%. I will agree with you. Vince McMahon is the greatest heel in wrestling, period. Period. End of discussion. He's better than MJF. Vince McMahon is the greatest heel, which created the greatest babyface of all time. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon. Jay, Tony ain't buying it, buddy. The Saudis got it. They
Tony
snuck
doesn't
it.
have the
They
money to
swooped
buy
in.
it anyway.
I disagree with you, Jones.
Tony does not have the money to buy WWE.
Tony's daddy does.
His daddy does.
No, he doesn't.
No, not really. If it went for $6.5 billion,
No, but that's Saudi money.
that's Saudi money. But Tony Khan's net worth is about $11 billion.
I mean, they could have paid 3.5, 4.
They
Right?
don't have the money.
Not a private company.
They were
I
not
will-
going to outbid Comcast or
I will
Vince
laugh.
Universal, as you're saying.
I will laugh if we wake up tomorrow and this deal falls through.
Bro, chill.
Just saying.
Let's see. This is arguable.
By
This
the
is
numbers,
arguable.
he
I mean-
actually is.
What'd you say?
By the numbers, he is.
And Jones is a Hogan
the
guy
merch.
through and through.
In the merch.
Yeah.
Merch, Stone Cold is the most profitable superstar of all time. But you do have an argument with Hogan. I'll give that to you. Hogan changed wrestling forever. 100%. Hogan had it cross over. Hogan was what made it mainstream. So I think Hogan is the only arguable superstar against Stone Cold. I agree.
Possibly Cena with the merch, but it's Austin with merch.
That Austin 316 shirt. Forget it. Forget it. Listen, only time will tell, guys. Only time will tell. I think I agree with most, and I think you should take my advice. Let's wait and see. Let's see what happens. Let's keep our eyes open, our ears open. I'm going to be on Twitter all night, bro. Number one, because I don't have a life. Number two, I think I'm going to play some GameCube. I'm into GameCube right now. I'm playing, for all you retro gamers, wrestling video gamers, I'm playing Day of Reckoning 2 on Nintendo GameCube. What a gem.
And he almost broke Ric Flair's neck last night.
What a gem. I didn't realize how good the game was. I'm a 64 guy through and through. Revenge, No Mercy, all day. But if you have access to it, play that GameCube game, man. We appreciate you guys joining us on short notice. Vince McMahon is back. Stephanie is gone. Triple H soon to be gone. And the Saudis got it. Give us a like on the video. Follow us on social media at Pounding the Meat on all platforms. Give Hannibal a subscribe on Hannibal TV if you don't. All wrestling content, tons of it. And follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube at Pounding the Meat Podcast. We appreciate all your viewership, your engagement. This was a crazy night. And I still think a lot more is going to come out. I look forward to the news coming out. I look forward to more news breaking. Stay on Twitter, y'all. It's all there. We appreciate everything you guys do and support us in supporting us and watching our content. I'm Vinny Vegas. We got Mike Jones, Easy E, and Joey V, the biggest bully in the world. We are Pounding the Meat Podcast. Take it easy. Peace out.
Hey.